And right next door, more warehouses are being constructed. So this is what is happening on Heroes Highway. And if you walk along newly constructed East Coast Bypass Road, a lot of that land that is now open up for development is being utilized for more warehouses, which is unfortunate because the city of Georgetown is being developed in a totally oil-centric way. It's not being developed for residents here. Like I said, I would have thought that this land, being close to the city, would be best developed for, residences, upscale gated community, high density housing, multi-unit high-rise condominiums with swimming pools and tennis courts and golf courses and so on. That is what I envisioned. Call me naive, but I thought that is what Guyanese wanted. We wanted to be a country in the tropics that was designed as an environmentally friendly um, living society. Instead, all of the current politicians, what we're getting is a city that is being converted totally into an oil industry simp, basically. Here, basically to accommodate the oil industry. So there's more warehouses, and I'm pretty sure that those of us who are thinking Guyanese are wondering who is thinking about Guyanese citizens, health and safety, to care for the environment. And why isn't that? Why aren't those voices, the voices that are talking about the health and safety of our people, why aren't those voices being heard, not influencing development in and around residential Georgetown? Why is it that industry is taking over? All of this warehouse stuff should be put into the vast areas that are undeveloped in Guyana. There are lots of land in this country where far away from residential communities where you could have warehouses for toxic oil industry, not in Guyana. And these are political decisions. Wonders when are we going to use sense? When are our politicians going to start listening to intelligent voices? This is now the Ministry of Housing, like I said, taken over from sheriff. This is the sheriff was building their hospital over here, and somehow they convinced the government of Guyana. So those are the voices that are influencing politics. Business. This is the Guyana Water Authority building now, being built by Sheriff Group, Sheriff Construction. And that's the Sheriff Mall that they were building initially. Sheriff International Mall. I won't be surprised if they abandon that and turn it into some other government building. But that's what's going. And it's now blocking a very beautiful Sheraton Hotel, Sheraton property, 4 Points by Sheraton. That hotel is now being blocked by this unsightly construction storage dump. So what was supposed to be Sheriff Mall is actually now storing dozens of trucks and shipping containers. I'm pretty sure that's not going to be a mall anytime soon. It's just a storage. It's just a storage ground, industrial storage ground next door to a fancy hotel. That is what is happening in Guyana. In fact, they took down the sign. There was a sign last time we were here. There was a sign that said Sheriff International Mall. So there is no Sheriff International Mall sign anymore. What there is a storage site for heavy machinery. Trucks would say Sheriff on the front of them. Right, these are all heavy earth moving machinery. So this Sheriff Mall project is now a storage site for sheriff vehicles, sheriff trucks. Unsightly industrial ground in front of a fancy hotel. This is chaos. All right, this is unsightly. This is unacceptable. And these are the people who are developing Guyana. These are the people totally without class, without culture, and without value, any kind of value for aesthetics. This is the new hotel, the 4 Points by Sheraton. And right next door is a dump site for industrial machinery. Right, this is the boundary. They've now constructed a wall of fence between sheriff's dump site. Right, this is what. Remember, the last time we were here, there was a big banner that said Sheriff Mall. Now that banner has been removed, and there's no pretense anymore that this is going to be any kind of respectable building. It's basically a storage site for industrial equipment. And right next door is the new hotel. The new fancy 4 Points by Sheraton. I hope somebody actually complains and gets this dump site removed from next door to the hotel. But yes, guys, what I'm saying is that here in Guyana, there is haphazard development. There's no one paying attention to quality assurance. And when you hear me complaining about the quality of the infrastructure being developed, and people think that this is political, it really reveals how, for want of a better word, stupid some of our citizens are. Because you can go anywhere else in the world and admire the development that they've built. But in your own country, you're condoning and accepting filth and substandard infrastructure. But this is what's happening here, guys. This is the new 4 Points by Sheraton. It's being built up in this neighborhood. As we enter South Ramfeld Gardens, we come to the end of Heroes Highway in about a block from where we are. So that's 4 Points by Sheraton, looking sparkling and new here at the corner of Heroes Highway and Caneview Avenue in Houston. And next door is South Ramfeld Gardens. So that's it, guys. That's what's happening along Heroes Highway. I am unhappy with what is happening here in the name of development. I wish we could change it. I wish we could get people who are intelligent, of substance, who have been trained in planning, actual urban planning, to build the new communities and new neighborhoods around Georgetown. But that's not what we're getting right now. What we're getting is slop. We're getting sloppy development. And I don't know how else to put it. It's really disappointing. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Tell me what you think about new development in the fastest growing economy in the world. Can we do better than this? Can we actually build a first class city that is not surrounded by warehouses and dump sites? Tell me what you think, guys, in the comments below. Share this video with friends and family below, family around the world. Let people know what's happening in the fastest